Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm just doing a short video here. I'm going to be refinishing my first BB-8 frame, which I had done in these R2 style colors. And what I'm going to be doing here is sanding it down and giving it traditional white, orange, and silver. I'm going to be setting up the lights, and then I'm going to be painting it with urethane paints with clear coat, so it's going to be super hard and durable. And I'm going to be wiring up the lights, like I said, and we'll see how it goes. So the first step we're going to be doing here is sanding the frame, and then after that we'll do a lot of panel prep work and getting it going. So I'm going to film all this in different sequences, so we'll see how it goes and enjoy. Okay, welcome back. Now that we got the bulk of the paint off, with 80 grit sandpaper, I've taken it down. I'm going back over it with 120 just to smooth it all out again and look at any areas that may have some opportunity to work a little bit more. And then the process after this is typically I take it inside and I work each panel, just kind of make sure you sculpt and clean the lines, and then it's ready for primer after that. So right now we'll sand it down with 120 and proceed with those prep work after that. All right, bye. So here's a little observation for you. So when I first painted this a couple years ago, you know, this was pretty much the finish that I went when I'm sanding it. You can barely see the facets. And I thought, you know, that was actually good enough. And after, 4 or 5 frames later that I finished, I go back to this now and I see it. It's like nostalgic for me. I'm like, man, I thought this was great. Really, this is like the finish you want to go with. Super smooth and ready to take primer and then some touch-up. So to take this back down again, I'm just going over with 80 and then 120 again, and it really just brings it back to that luster on that side. So it's interesting, seeing the evolution of what I have done, and hopefully I can share that with you guys here today. All right, bye. All right, welcome back. Here we go. We are sanded with 120. Got everything where I want it right now. I'm going to come out here with my finishing tools. I'm going to clean up all the lines, scrape out any of the old paint that was there, and then I'll finish it with 220 and prep it for paint. So here we go. Hey guys, thanks for checking back in. I'm in my office here and I'm cleaning out the lines, and I just wanted to show you what I do for that. And even if it's a brand new frame or if it's a refurbished one, which I'm doing right now, it's the same process. So you want to get yourself some cheap sculpting tools from like your craft store, and then a basic razor blade. And I find that a broken tip razor blade is actually great because it it'll get in the lines and it's more of a square blunt end, so you can get in here and really just kind of clean it out, depending on where the opportunities are. One thing about these older panels is they're embossed, and when I made this frame I wanted to take a lot of the embossing out, which means like the divots that go down and up like a millimeter. As you can see here, this is recessed in, so I filled it in, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clean it out because certain areas aren't bad. This particular one was embossed pretty bad here, so I filled it in, and what I did is I taped it and then just made sure I weathered it so it looked nice in that area. Same thing with this area there. So that's basically the process here. I'm going to just continue cleaning the lines, sculpting them, making it where I want it to be, and then once I'm done with all the panels as well as the tries, I'll be able to set them up for primer. And I'm going to be using automotive primer and hardener, so that way it gets a pretty solid base coat that you couldn't get with like your rattle cans or things like that. So all right, I'll let you know how that ends and we'll go from there. Bye-bye.